What's going on, Tully Television? The Thursday night stream is back at you. Our weekly discussion on a hot potch of potpourri, a Tully of various topics that come across my mind and books and movies that I've come across. But before we get into that, I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. It means the world to me. I know it's a few minutes before 8, but we're going to start this off a few minutes earlier. Uh, I have all the links to my social media accounts down below. I only have Facebook and Instagram. I also put my editor, Smokey Bishop, his link to his Facebook down below as well. In case you want to hit him up for any of your editing needs on your YouTube videos. I find him to be very excellent, diligent in his work. So if you ever are interested in checking his skills out for editing, the link is down below in the description. I usually try to throw his Facebook up on there most of the time on the videos. I hope I've earned your subscription today. If so, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit all the bell notification, like, comment, share. Tell your grandmother, tell your friends, tell everybody about Tully Television, because only through that way can we get this going, this ball rolling. My next milestone for subscriber count is 35. We're at 38 at the moment. We're getting up there. But I know, excuse me, guys, I am a little under the weather. So I may do my nose a cough on occasion tonight. Sorry about that in advance. But yeah, only together, guys, can we grow this channel, get into the algorithm of YouTube so everybody can know about Tully Television. You heard it from Cornelius Phineas Longbottom Esquire III last week. He's ringing endorsement of the channel. I don't know what else you could really want than his endorsement. You know what I mean? And he said that he's definitely up for coming back in the future to help me hawk merchandise, as he called it. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, if you need to hawk that merchandise, I'll help you out. He's definitely coming. A lot of plans for him to be used in the future of the channel. So I'm glad that we got a new friend in the house and Cornelius there. Uh, Today I kind of wanted to talk about a few things, mainly GI Joe. Okay, as you may have noticed in the thumbnail that I uploaded with the video, it's of the guy playing Snake Eyes in the new Snake Eyes GI Joe movie. His name is Henry Golding. Kind of threw me off a little bit, the name, because I guess we all have our little preconceived notions about things, being he's an Asian actor. But Henry Golding is going to be playing Snake Eyes in this movie that's coming out in a few weeks, and it's like an origin movie for G.I. Joe. There's a lot of different characters in it, like Storm Shadow, the Baroness, Scarlet. They have a blind sensei, him and Storm Shadow. They do, they do change it up a little bit. This story, also the actor known as Andrew Koji, Koji, plays Storm Shadow in the movie. Now we know in the G.I. Joe comics and in the G.I. Joe cartoon that came out in the 80s that they were rivals, Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy who tried to make his way into the clan that Storm Shadow was in to learn a way of life. to learn their martial arts and stuff, and to become like a warrior. And Storm Shadow wasn't feeling that because of him being white, because of him being an outsider. He felt like he would be a better pick to be like the defender of the village and to be the warrior that should be concentrated on. And that's where the rivalry came into place because Storm Shadow killed their sensei to make it look like Snake Eyes did it. Snake Eyes ended up almost saving the sensei, saving him, not saving him, but lost his voice in the process, and that's why he doesn't speak. Larry Hama, uh, the writer for G.I. Joe comics, and probably for some of the cartoon episodes, I would imagine. He kind of added a lot of the lore for G.I. Joe, and he seems to be heavily involved with this movie. Um, it looks good. I have high hopes for it. It is kind of a reboot, restart, if you will, from the 2000 movies that came out with Channing Tatum and Marlon Wayans. Those movies were okay at best. Very disappointing for me. When I was a G.I. Joe fan, uh, I know that anyone that I believe is a true G.I. Joe fan, before they even tell me they're a G.I. Joe fan, is anytime the phrase, and now you know, and knowing is half the battle, is the response, you have a G.I. Joe fan. With those PSAs at the end of the cartoons. Now you know, G.I. Joe. The only disappointing thing is that people complain about like gender swapping and this and that and race swapping and this swapping, that swapping, whitewashing, uh, not whitewashing in movies. Uh, I feel like whatever the character was initially created as should be how it's presented in movie form for the most part. I get that there's room for interpretation to things, but there's a reason why you can create your own character then without necessarily having to change everything about a character that was created already. It's fun to maybe reimagine stuff like what if Superman was born a woman? So you'd have a Superwoman, or Bruce Wayne was uh, a Bertha Wayne. You know what I mean? Like those things are fun to think about. Uh, what if Superman landed in Russia? What if Bruce Wayne's parents never were murdered? But to kind of change everything about them is I don't really find it necessary. But just because I don't find something necessarily doesn't mean that can't happen or change. So, uh, but yeah, the Snake Eyes movie looks pretty decent overall. I'm hoping that this is a bit better take on the movie on the property, because I am a big GI Joe fan, and I like to see what happens when Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes do discover that their sensei was killed by Zartan instead of each other, and then they have to look on how long they held on to the rivalry for decades, thinking that the other one killed the sensei when it was really Zartan that killed the sensei. But I'd like to see that part come about and see how that plays out in the movie. So when that comes out, I'll give a review on it. Uh, Shang-Chi, I was thinking about too. with Simi Liu, Liu. Uh, I'm still hoping for big things for this because I do like because the Snake Eyes movie got me into thinking of the Shang-Chi movie with the martial arts aspect, and I'm hoping that this is the year for martial arts movies, and at least good American martial arts movies. We know that where the real kings of martial art movies reside, and who makes the best of them. But I'm hoping that these American movies do well in that aspect. And then I got into thinking about a lot of the Phase 4 movies that were coming out. And uh, I am excited. Excuse me, guys, sorry. Um, I am excited about the Shang-Chi movie. I am excited about the Black Widow movie. But I'm thinking where this Marvel Cinematic Universe may start crumbling as the next few movies that are coming up, like Eternals. I'm not sure how I feel about it because Disney's not showing any real type of footage on it. So it's kind of like a lot of the footage has been shot since 2019. So aren't you like releasing more footage? I'm hearing it might get banned in China anyway because of things that they don't like and don't want their citizens exposed to. So Marvel's doing all these crazy things to these movies, and in the end, it may not even be worth it. It's like you're taking characters that are uh, somewhat known even by comic fans, and trying to introduce them to mainstream public, and I don't know. I don't know if the Eternals is going to cut the cheese, so to speak. And I really don't know if even the Marvels are going to cut the cheese. I think that like after Doctor Strange and the Spider-Man movie that's coming out this year, I think that might be it for Marvel for a little while anyway, as far as excitement level of watching these movies. So we'll see what happens there as far as that's concerned. Hello, son. Also, I came across uh, something about Kevin Feige interview about how some of the projects that they tried to make uh, isn't necessarily correlates into how well their comics sells, like their comic books sales. They don't necessarily pick like the most popular characters to do movies on, and it kind of got me into thinking a little bit like, why wouldn't you want to pick your most popular characters that are well known and like slowly introduce them into these side characters, these B and C characters, introduce them into these A level movies so we can grow with those characters instead of kind of like leaving it where you're hoping that the public knows who Shang-Chi is, you're hoping the public knows who the Eternals are, and I'm telling you, maybe some comic book fans don't even know who these characters are, and so it's almost like a good luck. Really trying to, it was your comic book fans that kind of got you guys to this level. I don't know why sometimes those same people get put to the side with certain things. Once the money starts coming in, forget it. It's crazy, but yeah, Kevin Feige says like the high selling comics doesn't necessarily equate to meaning that they'll get a show. And you could have someone like Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, where it was canceled series after canceled series after canceled series, and she's still getting movies. Like, how many number one reboots do you need for Captain Marvel before you realize that she's not a character that people like or want to be associated with, or really doesn't find interesting at all? Those type of things. Uh, yeah, so it really gets me interested sometimes on why companies will do that. They'll cater to a group of people that really aren't invested in the IP anyway. And then for these people, it's on to the next cause, as then the person that they just busted chops on is losing all this money without any real support from the people who caused them the loss of money in the first place. So it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting way life is sometimes. I don't know. I'm going to keep it short tonight. Last thing I'm going to talk about is right here. Shazam Future State number 1. I did finally get to finish reading this today. I'm going to read number 2 later. Like I said, these things for Future State came only in 2-issue runs. And in this Shazam number 1 Future State book, he seems to be like a Superman type of leader now, where he's leading his own team that has Vixen, the Question, Megan, and a couple other uh, members of this team, and they go around helping people out. And uh, throughout the book, the Question brings up to Vixen that Shazam seems to be on edge lately. Maybe he's cracking under the pressure. Uh, Anytime an alarm goes off, he's ready to go. He's on high alert because he's getting visions from the future that apocalypse is coming, and he's not sure. Meaning, like the end of the world is coming, uh, and he's not sure when it's going to happen. So he thinks that everything that's coming is this threat, and he seems to be having lots of time. They go on this one mission to stop the Creeper from getting released from jail, and in the process of the fight, the Creeper the Creeper was murdered, and no one knows who did it. Shazam keeps like saying, let's not worry about this, guys. We have to worry about this and that. And at the end, it also in the book, he winds up killing John Constantine because John Constantine knows the secret of Shazam, and he can't have anyone tell him the secret that Shazam has. And so he winds up killing John Constantine in the book here that I just showed you. And the big secret to this is that years ago in Hell, someone was able to separate Billy Bastion and Shazam from each other and have them be separate entities. And what has to happen is Billy Bastion, the child, has to stay behind in Hell to ward off a demon invasion of Earth. And the way to do that is he's chained to this door in Hell. And the reason why the demons can't attack him or get through the door is because of how innocent he is to the world, and like his innocence like kills the demons on touch. So he just like stays there wrapped up on chains, and every time they just run into him, they die. So he's going through immense pain like that, and Shazam doesn't want anyone knowing that that's what's happening to scare anybody about the impending doom that may be coming. So I'm going to read part two of that, definitely, and report back in on that because it's an interesting concept that is to me. Because we always knew Shazam and Billy Bastion to be as one person. All they had to do was, shout Shazam, and one person would take control. But now they're separate beings. So interesting concept, and I can't wait to read the second issue on that one and report back to you guys on how that story finishes. But that's it for tonight's stream, guys. Like I said, I'm keeping it short tonight. Like I said, just for being under the weather. But I really thank everyone for stopping by. I have Tim working on a Wonder Woman video that Chrissy did, and I, aka Tully Grateful Seas. He's almost done with that. And he's going to work on a video that Jordan and I did for our thoughts of the series finale of Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or as we called it, Captain America and the White Wolf series finale. We're going to get that going to our thoughts on that and the Venom 2 trailer. We talk about it a little bit later on in that video. So that will be coming up in the next next week or so. And I really thank you guys for stopping by. My social media accounts are linked down below. My bonfire account is linked down below in case you want to buy a Tully Television shirt. Any money that's made from merch is going to go right back into the channel with purchases of comic books and other entertainment things like like an HBO subscription, Max subscription, so I can review shows, Netflix and stuff like that. Kirsty and I still want to get to that Jupiter's Legacy show together, but with a lot of busyness the last couple of weeks, we haven't really gotten to that. But that's on the agenda, and I hope that you guys stay tuned and enjoy the ride. I really thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope that I find you in good spirits, and if not, I hope I put you in good spirits. And together, we can go straight to the moon, baby! But you have to subscribe, like, and comment, and share, and all that great stuff. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, peace.